What's up, everybody? Philly Soccer Page Postgame Show. I'm Mike Servideo here with Nick Fishman tonight. The Philadelphia Union have won a playoff game. They have defeated New York Red Bulls 4
I
to
didn't hear you.
3.
Could you say that
The
again?
New York, the Philadelphia Union have won a playoff game. They have defeated New York Red Bulls 4 to 3 in extra time. Marco Fabian coming off the bench to score the game winner after trailing 3-1 at halftime. It's been an eventful day here at Talon Energy Stadium. How you feeling, Nick?
It has. Mentally drained, overall ecstatic.
Yeah.
It's a new feeling, a playoff win. I don't even know. Where do you start with a game like this?
Let's start at the beginning. Let's start in the first half. Union concede after 6 minutes. Andre Blake beaten from distance by Josh Sims, 20 yards out or so. Let's get right into it with Andre. It was a poor first half performance.
Yeah, get it out of the way. It's his worst game, for club or country. 3 goals that are all pretty much howlers. They were all savable.
Yeah.
And if you come out of the net, you have to make the save. You can't spill the ball. You can't have the cross go over your head. You have to be able to control your box. And
Yeah.
he couldn't do that tonight.
After halftime, it's a different game, though. Obviously, Red Bulls with a huge advantage, 3-1 at the half. Big goal right at the beginning of the second half from Jack Elliott, though. A big time for a guy that doesn't score a lot of goals to step up.
When you concede in the last minute of stoppage time in the first half, after kind of like forcing yourself back in the game, it felt like they were dead at 2-0 a little bit, and there was no energy in the stadium, in the crowd. It didn't look like there was energy in the team, and then Bedoya's goal kind of gets them back in, and then they concede right at the death, and it felt like, okay, that was the nail in the coffin. Without Elliott's early goal, I don't know if you can kind of sustain that momentum going forward if you're chasing a 2-goal lead, or 2-goal deficit, I guess. But that gives you the fuel to just kind of chase that. It's so easy to chase the 1 goal as opposed to the 2.
I think after Jack's goal, Red Bulls really struggled to get going again, and it felt like an equalizer was coming. I think we've all been around this club long enough to worry that it maybe would not have come tonight, but it did. Sergio Santos recycles the ball and lofts in a great ball. And what a leap from Fafa Paco, huh?
I guess that's why they call him the Gazelle. With the speed and the leaping ability as well. He was just a spark off the bench.
He was.
He might have been the best player while he was on the field tonight.
Yeah. And I'm happy for Fafa. He's a guy that comes under a lot of criticism sometimes for not finding the ball in the final third and making the right decision. But I thought he was very good off the bench tonight, and I thought the goal was really well taken. Another player comes off the bench tonight, a guy that we weren't sure we would see, Marco Fabian, a guy who's struggled for a lot of the season to get on the pitch. He's been in and out of the lineup. He's not performed up to expectations, but I think he meant it too, right? The goal.
Yeah, that was a definitive shot on goal. Probably a cross, but
you take them how they come.
It was wonderful. He came on with 20 minutes left in the game. It's got to be challenging. He did not come here and expect to be a substitute off the bench in a playoff game. If you would have told anybody around this team before the season started, after he was announced that he was going to be a substitute in the biggest game in the history of the Union, I guess you would say, and he comes on and has the game-winning goal. It has to mean a lot for him. It has to mean a lot for the club. Obviously, it means a lot for the fans that follow this team. It's special, and now who knows what they're going to do in Atlanta.
Well, that's going to be interesting. The lineup selection is going to be really fascinating. Kasper Shabalko obviously misses out tonight with he's still trying to recover from that foot injury. They're hoping to get him healthy for Thursday. They don't know. They still have him on the same medical plan. I thought Andrew Wooten was pretty invisible for the first half. I don't think that we'll see him feature to start.
He's unlikely to even substitute now, I would say, in that game next week. There's so many more attacking options that have played better than him all season. So.
Well, I'll ask you this straight up then. I think Brendan Aronson preferred to Marco Fabian tonight in the number 10 or the attacking midfield role for the Union. How does tonight's performance from Aronson and Fabian make you feel about going into Atlanta?
Well, there is the fact that Brendan has 2 career goals, both
against Atlanta.
So
yeah,
there might be something to that.
Yeah.
Ride with the kid. But he gives you something, I think, a little more defensive as well.
He does.
He would be a better option if you're absorbing pressure and you're kind of looking to break it down a little bit. I think you can't rely on that with Marco, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets to start again. But Marco shows why he outside of that goal, Marco had a phenomenal game. I think he had that play where he nutmegged 2 different Red Bull players, killing out the clock. He looked like the guy that you thought you were getting this game, and maybe you ride that in the biggest game of now the biggest game in Union history. You're going to keep saying that until they lose eventually. But
um, Union went to Atlanta early in the season, did grind out a draw. They defeated Atlanta here. Probably adds a little bit of a little bit of a confidence boost going down there again. Particularly, they're suffering from a couple of injuries.
yeah, you'd say for the same way that they were confident that they could come back against the Red Bulls at halftime down multiple goals. They're confident that they can go to Atlanta and play well, and they're confident they can beat them. So you would think it's going to be that same kind of spark. Doing something in the past means that you can do it in the future. So they do have that on their side of this game.
It's been an absolutely terrible day in Philadelphia, raining all day. I thought, to the Union fan base credit, though, that was the loudest I've ever heard this stadium. I've been here almost every game for about a decade. That second half, I think they basically willed the team back to the equalizer.
It was phenomenal energy, and when they got the game-winning goal, it felt like the stadium was. There was an actual earthquake occurring at Talent Energy tonight. I wasn't so sure the press box would hold up. But
I'm always worried about that in the stadium.
Yes, exactly. And so it was just like I got sucked up into watching the game myself. Where I'm like, I forgot to tweet her, cover the game a little bit. I'm just invested in what's going on the field.
No, I'm so pleased for this fan base. That it's been a long time coming to get this win tonight, and I'm so pleased for everyone that's stuck it out with this team. I know everybody that reads Philly Soccer Page has been waiting this for a long time. Everybody that writes for Philly Soccer Page has been waiting for it for just as long.
Thank God the narrative is dead now.
The narrative is dead.
There's never going to be another thing where the Union have never won a playoff game.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to come up with some new article ideas next year.
I'm glad for it. I do want to give a couple of people a shout out. This might be the last time we get a chance to do this season. Shout out to Dan for doing video for us all season. Ryan Griffith as well. You guys don't get to see them in front of the camera, but they do so much work behind the scenes. Everybody that covers the Union for Philly Soccer Page, Nick for doing this. I think the list of people that I've done post-game shows with is so long that I'm not even going to try to get through it.
Just go to the contributors section.
Go to the contributors section. Thanks to everybody. Hopefully we get a chance to do this again this season, and if not, we'll catch you in 2020.
And I think congrats to Earl Gardner.
Yeah, thank you. Earl Gardner stepping away from Philly Soccer Page after an entire decade with us of supplying absolutely phenomenal photography. So shout out to Earl. We love you, Earl. Yeah. And we'll hopefully see you soon.